Here, you can hold that. You can hold that with your good hand.
Okay.
So, I've got Al Kettner here. I'm excited to talk to Al because Al has some personality. Al is probably, he's one of the guys I gravitate towards talking to people. I love personalities. I love people who just are here to have fun and want to have a good time. And then I saw your anime leg, your full leg sleeve, whatever you did with that anime guy. And I was like, okay, so this guy really knows what he's doing as well. Like, he's not just somebody who's here to mess around. You're here for business. So what's the story of Al?
The beginning?
The beginning. In the beginning.
Been an artist all my life. Traveled a lot.
Where'd you grow up?
In the Navy.
In the Navy.
We
Okay.
moved around a lot. We moved. I was born in Rhode Island. We moved to Illinois, back to Rhode Island, back to Illinois, down to Virginia, back to Rhode Island, and then he retired. My dad retired up in New Hampshire.
Okay. And then you traveled a lot then, continue to travel a lot as a young adult?
No. I went to school for art and got married instead of finishing school.
What kind of art did you go to school for?
I actually went to a Bible college.
A Bible college?
Yeah.
Okay.
I played
another curveball here.
Another curveball. Yeah. I grew up in the Baptist kind of living and whatnot. Went to school in Owatonna.
Okay.
There used to be a Pillsbury College there.
And what was the connection to Minnesota?
It was just I went to actually Christian high school for 3 years also.
Okay.
And when I was in the Navy, no matter what school I went to, I always just took art instead of everything else.
Yeah, gotcha. And that's where your shop is at, the Dragon's Lair. It's in
Owatonna.
It's in Owatonna. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And you have a few artists? Is it just you? How long has that shop been around?
There's 5 of us right now. And over the years, there's been over 30 people in and out of our doors.
Damn.
And we started in 95.
Wow.
I took over in 98. And we've just been keeping it afloat ever since.
Wow. So you're an old timer then. They would call you an old timer.
OG.
What was tattooing like getting started back then versus maybe today? Or
it was just as hard to get in with somebody back then as it was now. I mean, you had to know somebody or grab a machine and try it yourself.
What was the path you ended up taking?
I came back from vacation from New Hampshire to see my kids and got back, and the guys that picked me up from the airport, they said, "Hey Al, there's an tattoo artist in town looking for someone to draw for him." And I drew this little frog on a napkin, and my friend said, "Oh, he could draw," just because I drew this little frog.
And that's how you just drew a frog on a napkin?
I drew a frog on a napkin.
You're hired.
He said, this guy, he says, so draw for me. So he gave me a few things to draw.
Okay. So you were like a artist for
So I was
tattoo
just going to draw
artists.
for him. I wasn't even thinking about tattooing yet.
Wow. Okay.
I was just looking to make an extra buck, And I drew for him, and he says, "You drew these?" I'm like, "Yeah." He says, "You didn't trace them, you drew them." I'm like, "Yeah, I looked at them and I drew them." Damn, we just got a machine in your hand. So it started out, I would outline and shade, and he would do the color because I just sucked at color. Didn't even like color. It was just black and gray. I liked black and gray. And took off from there.
And what year was that?
95.
95. And then you opened up your shop shortly after that.
No, this was, I helped him open it up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I started out helping him out in his apartment.
Ah.
Yeah.
And then we're like, let's do this. We're doing this. So what was his name?
Mike Moore.
Mike Moore. And where's he at these days?
I think he's in Wisconsin, Twisted Ink.
Okay. But you guys went your separate ways, and now you own this shop. And you said how many artists did you say you have working with you?
Right now we have 5.
5. We're getting
3 are here at the convention.
Nice. We're getting some
and,
dubstep music in here now.
Yeah.
Three are here at the convention with you. So these are your guys here.
Yep.
Okay, awesome. And he's working.
Adam's been with me
Yeah.
the longest.
Okay.
He's been with since 2010.
Yeah.
I believe.
He's this piece he's working on right now is sweet. It looks really, really cool. So
Right.
I'll have to chat with him at some point and hear his story. But what else? You got the feeling Willie good here. You said you smoked Willie's weed before.
Oh,
Can we talk about it? Can you tell
Why
me
not?
about it?
Why not? So, a friend of mine named Hope, she went and saw Willie in concert, and is that better?
There we go. I'll get the music out
Okay,
of it.
when went to, I suppose, the music, right?
Yeah.
So, she yelled out, Willie, smoke with you later. He said, all right, later, you know. She's like, all right, whatever. But yeah, he actually like brought her onto the tour bus, and he said, what you smoking there? And he grabbed it, said, I'll be right back. He went in the other room, dumped her weed out, filled her thing with his weed, and went back and smoked some of Willie's weed. So I got to smoke some of the little bit left she had.
And I bet you it was great.
It was good.
It was good. It was good.
And I would smoke weed with Willie again. If I could. For one time.
I love it. So the piece you were working on, kind of continuing work on this huge anime sleeve or like leg piece.
The leg sleeve, yeah.
Yeah. So how long have you been working on that?
I think we started in 2004.
Wow.
We had it outlined, and then we got the black done, and then we started coloring the individual characters, and then background.
Wow. So you mapped it all out. You had a big picture plan from the beginning? No. Okay.
No, I do a lot of freehand.
Okay.
So yeah, it comes natural.
So what is that? I saw you you were drawing something out. So you freehand, you don't use a stencil at all. You'll just like draw it out.
I'm still paper pencil, baby.
Wow. Okay. You don't use an iPad like these new kids? No.
No, you know why? You could drop an iPad pen and break it. I don't have to power up a piece of paper.
I don't have to plug in my paper at night.
I don't end up drawing on the wrong screen. There's a whole lot of drawback. I hate battery power.
Yeah.
What it comes down to.
I wonder what the percentage of artists are that don't use an iPad or don't use technology.
There's not a lot.
You're a
of
dying
us.
breed.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
So what do you got? You're an old timer. Best tattoo advice for these new guys, or even like these guys like Sam who are kind of finally getting going with their career here.
I can't believe I'm doing what I'm doing after 30 years.
Yeah.
When I first started, when I first came to this convention, I tattooed in a little alcove underneath a stairwell because there wasn't enough room. So I've dedicated a lot of time and effort to it, and it pays off.
Yeah. Time, effort, no substitute for time. Yeah. Awesome. Well, Al, thanks for your time.
Jacob? Totally.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. And I look forward to what else you got going on this weekend here? Tonight, tomorrow.
Yeah, I got that one you saw me drawing, the owl thing.
Yep.
I'm doing that tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's a chess piece and whatnot.
Nice.
I got to leave you with one joke, though.
Okay, let's hear it.
Okay. It's not really a joke. It's actually a funny way to use the word perpetuate in a sentence. If you went to a pet shop and ate a bunch of goldfish, you might have to pay $5 perpetuate.
Oh! That's good, Al. That's good.